Welcome to the Office of Student Accounts. We hope that you find this series of tutorial videos useful in navigating the payment of tuition and fees, as well as other processes that are performed by the Office of Student Accounts. To begin, let me introduce you to our office's responsibilities to students and parents, as well as the rest of the university. The Office of Student Accounts is part of the Controller's Office, which reports to the Finance and Administration area of the Business Affairs Division of the university. While our office provides phone and email support from 8 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, with the exception of holidays, our student payment windows that accept certain types of payments in person close for in-person assistance at 4 p.m. This allows time for daily reconciliation. While our office performs a variety of functions for the university, our interaction with students and parents normally consists of assessing tuition and fee charges, billing, processing refunds, providing required IRS Form 1098-T reporting to both students as well as the Internal Revenue Service. Please note that our office experiences very high call volume and email volumes around our key billing timeframes. During those times, we welcome you to email us or leave us a message if we are unable to answer the phone, and we will respond to your inquiry just as soon as possible. So with that, let's introduce you to the Student Accounts website, which contains a large amount of information that you might find useful, especially during those billing timeframes. You can find our website at studentaccounts, with an S on the end, .appstate.edu. That's studentaccounts.appstate.edu. From this page, you'll see many tabs going across the screen. The calendar has important upcoming billing-related information. Tuition and fees, which I'll come back to, has the majority of the tuition and fee information for students at Appalachian. The billing page has important information as well as links for both currently enrolled students as well as those that are no longer enrolled. Payment options for the different ways that you can pay or have payments made to Appalachian State. Refunds with a description regarding how refunds are processed and the frequency. Tax information, which is primarily regarding the IRS Form 1098-T tax form, which is issued in late January. The military FTA, which is for tuition assistance for each branch of the military. There's beneficial information here for those folks. And the tutorial and FAQ page, which has upcoming live sessions, recorded videos, such as this one, as well as tutorial instruction manuals and videos on how to do things. Additionally, there's a frequently asked questions section. So back to tuition and fees. The most important ones here are the top three. We have fall and spring tuition and fees. So both fall and spring tuition and fees are billed separately. So we bill fall tuition and fees in usually the second week of July. And spring we bill, depending on the calendar, just before Thanksgiving. App State Online tuition and fees is for students that are not enrolled in the main campus, but are enrolled in an App State Online cohort. And those fees are listed here. And then summer tuition and fees, which are set usually in the spring for the upcoming summer. So if I click here now, the most recent ones are this past summer. So back to fall and spring tuition and fees, which is probably applicable to the most students. You click on the appropriate year, and essentially you have a summary of tuition and fees for both undergraduate as well as a summary for graduate, both main campus, for main campus students. We have the totals, and this is just the required tuition and fees. This does not include any housing or meals or any other charges. And then this per credit hour total is really just an average based on 12 credit hours for a full-time a full-time undergraduate student, or 9 credit hours for a graduate student. To see the details, though, as to what each credit would cost, you would need to log here. You would need to log in here and find the number of credit hours that you're taking. So this is for a main campus, North Carolina resident undergraduate student. You'd find the number of credit hours. So for example, if you were taking 6, and this would actually be how you would find the cost of tuition, general fees, and then there's some additional ancillary fees that are charged as separate line items. To see the detail of these fees, you can scroll to the very bottom, and there's an itemization basically to the penny of where those funds go. And then if you want more detail about what these charges are and what they support for the university, they're in the description and use of fees at the very bottom. The exact same thing is available for graduate students. So again, if we were to look at 6 hours, that's what you would pay. Again, this is a graduate main campus North Carolina resident. So we'll then go to App State Online. So the main difference in App State Online is everything's charged by the credit hour, and basically because there's less campus activity associated with students in these cohorts, the fees are typically a little different. And so essentially each student would pick which category is appropriate for them and multiply this total per credit hour times the number of hours that they're taking. For summer, again, we don't have spring 22 posted yet, but you would click on the appropriate summer, and you would do the same thing here. You would take this total per credit hour and multiply that by the number of credit hours being taken. So, I think that concludes this short introduction to student accounts. We do have several additional videos that we are in the process of making that will be posted alongside of this. Those are related to billing and refunds and some of the processes we have to do for non-payment. And so this is all considered part of the orientation process for both for new students as well as those that have been here for some time that need a refresher. So please continue on and check out those videos. And thanks for spending some time with us today.